This is Africa. This is why we're here.
Bouncy, 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 bouncy.
Fantastic. There's nobody else around. This is probably as remote as you get. It's a once in a lifetime thing. So come here if you can. It's blazing hot. Guys, welcome to CKGR, man.
Look at the goosebumps. We're in the Kalahari.
The temperature on the dashboard says 46. The sand is soft as beach sand. We can't stop, otherwise we can't get moving again. It's blistering hot. The sand is really bumpy, so you have to pace yourself to not bottom out all the time. Try and get some momentum as well. This is the cut line as far as I can tell, because it's just straight as anything. Nothing to be seen either side of us, maybe because of the heat. Yeah, loving every minute. Fantastic. Here we are at Xaxa or Xaxa campsite. Xaxa. You tell me if that's the correct pronunciation. This is literally in the middle of the CKGR, and it's fantastic to be here. It is really very dry at the moment. Very hot as well. It's about 38, 40. A little bit of cloud cover now, which is giving us a little bit of shade, which is nice. Yesterday we were at Bape, which you might have heard of. It's about 100 kilometers from Kutsi Gate, which is near Kadwane. If you're coming from Gaborone side, unbelievably tough. I would say halfway to get from Kadwane Gate from Kutsi to Bape is about 50 k's. No problem really. From there's a little village there, some kind of Khoisan people living there, which is really remote, which is really strange in the middle of this game reserve. But from there is a water truck which comes through, which is probably a 20-ton truck, as flies buzz around. 20-ton water truck which brings water to the village, but it chews up the road to dust, and not just dust, talcum powder. Let's say powdered milk kind of thing. So you're just churning up the sand. We had a really tough time getting through there. We had a lot of winching to do, a lot of moments where we're really stuck. Tough road to get there to Bape. It took us a long time, 100 k's, it took us about 8 hours, which is indicative of how tough it is out here.
This brings back memories, dudes.
Really good campsite there. There's nothing there at all. There's a tree and a little leftover of a fire, piece of wood, and that's it. The rest you got to do yourself. Everything.
And then we have the chicken, and then we have if you want to roast the vegetables. We have also the roast of vegetables.
From there we left this morning at about 8 a.m. and we looked at the map and we remembered our route from yesterday, and we thought, okay, we better get moving. And the first part was quite rough because that's the same road the trucks take, but then you peel off and you take the cut line east, then it goes north and then east and then north again. That's literally straight lines. It's fantastic to be here though in the Kalahari. Just what I wanted. Beautifully remote, hot, dry. Never thought what this would be like. There's nothing here either. This is all us. It's basically a little roundabout, if you like, in the middle of nowhere, and that's where you make your camp. And there's no ablution blocks, nothing, no facilities at all, which is just awesome, really. In one way, it's really remote. It's really Africa. As I said, the elephants are right down there. They're probably hanging around the water hole. I don't blame them at all. We'll see what happens tonight. If we get any game coming through the camp. It's just awesome to be here. Tomorrow we have another 180 k's to Letiahau, to that campsite. We'll see what happens there. That's a long day. That's about 9-10 hours in the car. Try to make some time in the morning, leave really early. And then from there we go to Kori campsite, which is near Deception Pan, as you might know, which is a very short little loop. And from there the gate's pretty close and we're off to Moan. But just to be here in this area, which is the size of... unbelievable how big this place is. I would say it's about 400 k's by 400 k's. Work that out, I don't know. Yeah, I would say come here if you can. It's blazing hot, 38 to 40 degrees at the moment. Sun's back out again behind the clouds. We're trying to get some shade. That's all we're trying to do. And actually just trying to get some liquids down because you really dehydrate a lot down here.
The elephant roadblock.
So in the Kalahari there are no real roads. There's one road leading from one place to the next. That's it. There are no side roads, no loops around. And these roads are actually just tracks, twin tracks like I told you, very soft sand, very tough going. And be prepared for anything that can happen on the way, because yesterday morning we had this elephant in the road walking away from us in the road and we were following it. Right, 20 minutes, half an hour, and it was just sauntering along, and there's nothing you can do to go around. You just have to wait, even though you have a very long day ahead of you. And that's the kind of things that happen out here, and that's why we love it so much.
Bouncy, 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 bouncy.
Well, I hope I can keep it steady enough, but this is the kind of track we're going down, and we're in the south of the CKGR at the moment. A little tweespoor with quite a high grasses in the middle, maniki, and it's quite lush. There's a lot of bushes around, the grass is quite high, as you can see. And yeah, we haven't spotted any animals yet, but maybe we're just in the lower corner. The further north we go, the better it will be. But having said that, that's not the point of being here. It's not about ticking off your animals and stuff. It's about enjoying the moment, enjoying being in Africa, just being in the bushveld, being on your own. There's nobody else around. This is probably as remote as you get, which is really cool. What I can recommend about the Kalahari is Xaxa campsite. Fantastic. Obviously, as you saw, there's nothing there. It's just a little patch of ground in the middle of nowhere, but you're on a little bit of a rise and you look down into the valley, and that valley has a little borehole which sometimes works, and that's where the elephants are. A big group of elephants there, and then lions. Wow, we heard the lions roaring at night. I think they were about 200 meters away, not that far. All night long, from midnight right until about 5 a.m. Every half an hour, these guys would go roar, roar. And it was really exciting, exhilarating. That was just a beautiful place. That is a place I'd like to go back to, spend a couple of days there, maybe a week or two. The fuel truck is really necessary for living out there. It chews up the road. Because of that truck, the track is wider, and it is soft as anything because the weight of that truck, and you're trying to get through there with these things, and it was just such tough going. If you're going to come here, I would recommend a Land Cruiser. Much stronger, much more capable. Those things managed to pull these ones out because these ones get really stuck as well eventually. And these ones have a rear suspension of a Volkswagen Beetle, man. I don't. It just bounces. It's not strong enough, and you keep hitting the bump stops, so you can't make any movement, which you need on sand, and then you get stuck again. That is a challenge. Good fun. Glad we did it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, although we will be back. Does that make sense?
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
I think you will.
This is me. We can hear you, Vida.
Yeah, nice. Well guys, welcome to the Kalahari, which is pretty cool. This is the first time we've been in this area. This is the CKGR. It is an enormous piece of land, as big as the Netherlands, in fact a little bigger. And there's nothing here. No settlements, no villages, no people. Just a couple of little spots where you can camp, and for the rest it's just one little road heading right through it. And you feel really remote and really privileged actually to be here. And the good part about this is that it does keep people kind of, it's a barrier to entry. You need a 4x4 here, you need to be well prepared, you need to be, you have supplies for about 5 days at least. We're doing 5 days to get to Deception Pan, which I think is still ambitious. Can you believe that? We have a lot more to see and do as we go over this corrugation. And yeah, it's summer, so it's still quite a little bit overgrown, I guess, which adds to the charm of the place. Makes it a bit difficult to see animals, but basically we're not really here for the animals either. We're just here to experience what it is, and Africa just gets under your skin a little bit. It's a bit sandy, but it's not deep sand yet. It's still quite early. It's hardly 8:30, so the sand is warmed up yet. Later on it gets really soft, you know, and you have to really work hard to get through it. But right now it's just a bit bumpy from the washboards, which are unavoidable unless you have a tank track or something.
And that defeats the object of being in Mother Nature.
But that defeats the point of being in Mother Nature, I've just been told. So yeah, it's quite green, which is quite nice. So there has been a little bit of rain down here. Obviously this is a lot more dry than up north in the Okavango area, in the Chobe Moremi area. So this is like semi-desert. This is the Kalahari. Kalahari is classified kind of as a desert in my book. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, fantastic to be here. It's perfect temperature. It's nice and cool at night still. It's about 34, 35 during the day, which is pretty hot, but doable. And at night it cools right down and it's really pleasant. So yeah, come out here, man. Come and check it out in March. It's the 1st of March. As we saw, special day as well for some. And yeah, I think she's having a good time.
I am. There is no better way to spend your birthday. No better way. Wake up with the sunrise, through the tent window. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I think I'll give that a thumbs up. Yeah, let's keep going.